Well, it's a beautiful day to be here at the U.S. Coast Guard Station, Tybee Island. I'm honored to have Senior Chief Michael Bennett, officer in charge. Thank you for sharing with us today.
Of course, ma'am. Glad to have you here.
Well, we're so excited to learn more about your position here with the Coast Guard.
Okay. So I'm the officer in charge here at Coast Guard Station Tybee. I got here this past summer. We essentially run search and rescue, and we're in charge of making sure that the port of Savannah and the surrounding areas are safe and secure.
Well, we're so excited to learn more about all the units that go on, because I think oftentimes when the public thinks about the Coast Guard, we only think about those videos that you all send us of you rescuing somebody off a boat, but this is a huge operation here.
Yes, ma'am. So there's quite a few units around here. We have MSU Savannah. We have an air station that's located also in Savannah. The Ant and the 87 are here, and we also have many different marine partners that we work with, both at the local and state level.
And also, what do you enjoy most about what your unit does?
I would say, for me, it's the ability to go out when somebody is in need, help them out, and make sure that they're coming home to their families and back to their lives, and that they feel safe in the marine environment.
Tell us about some of those important missions that your crew takes part in.
So our primary focus here is on search and rescue. Along with that is some of the preventative stuff that we can do. So we also do a lot of boater education, and we essentially make sure that the marine environment is secure, both taking care of our borders and making sure that people know that they can go out, enjoy some waterside activity, and return safely home.
What kind of training goes into you becoming a Coast Guard that you are and others in your unit? Okay,
so a lot of training happens initially at basic training. So we go through 8 weeks of a rigorous process to get accustomed to military customs and courtesies. From there, there's many different avenues that somebody can take, but we train our own. So a lot of it is on-the-job training. We have some schools that we can go to make sure that people are proficient, and then at the end of the day they end up going to the units where they'll work on proficiency.
Well, we are really happy to hear about that, because I know it's continuous training for what you all do.
Yes, ma'am. It never stops.
What are some of the local agencies that you work along with?
Yes, ma'am. So we work with all the local marine divisions. They're both local and state agencies. We work with the police departments, the fire departments. Really, it's an all hands on deck kind of thing to keep the community safe.
What will you like the public to know most about the Coast Guard? Because I think often when we think about it, we only think about the rescue side, and there's so much more that you all are doing.
Yes, ma'am. So one of the important things that the public can do for themselves is a safety plan, right? So you file a sail plan with your family, make sure somebody knows where you're going, what time you're leaving, when you're supposed to be coming back, right? So in the event that that doesn't go according to plan, they can contact us, and we can make sure that you're not in any sort of trouble.
Why did you join the Coast Guard?
So I joined the Coast Guard. I've always been a big teams guy. I like being part of organizations where you're working towards a common goal, and the Coast Guard just called out to me. I've always enjoyed being outside, working on the water. So the fact that every day it's something a little bit different, and that you're making an impact on your community is huge for me.
I think we all know that this is certainly a job that is very, very serious and can be very stressful. What would you think is your most memorable or proudest accomplishment since you've been in the Coast Guard?
My proudest accomplishment has really had a lot to do with becoming an officer in charge. It was great coming up through the ranks, learning, executing the mission, but now that I've transitioned into a role where I'm seeing other people grow, succeed, and hopefully fill my shoes someday, that's probably my driving factor.
I love that. Well, thank you so much for being with us, and thank you for your service.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I appreciate it.